Well, polling places in San Diego close in less than 7 hours on this recall election day. And tonight we'll have a good idea whether Governor Gavin Newsom will keep his job. Joining us now to talk in depth about this special election is political science lecturer at San Diego State, Stephen Goggin. It's nice to see you, Stephen.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, first, let's take it to the beginning. How did this all start? How did we get here?
Well, it started a bit over a year ago, right? As one of the several recall petitions, right, that were circulated, right, or attempts to recall Governor Newsom, and signatures were gathered. And back this spring, about 1.5 million signatures were necessary, 12% of the number of voters in the last gubernatorial election. And then, right, it made the ballot. And so finally, we're here, right, over a year later. It was his attempt that started kind of midway through Newsom's governorship. And now, right, still only about a year left, as we'll have another election next fall.
Well, the latest Emerson College and Fox 5 News poll indicates that voters are leaning towards no on this recall. What are your thoughts on why this may be?
Well, he's always had slight of an edge, right, in defeating the recall, partly just because California is so Democratic. Right, the strategy that Newsom and other Democrats supporting him have been playing, right, is simply turning out your base, given they have almost a 2-to-1 registration advantage. And so they've been attempting to do that, right, through the mail-in process and get everyone's kind of vote locked in. And we'll see, right, how that comes to bear tonight when we first start getting the early mail-in results. But of course, right, as in past elections, more Republicans tend to vote kind of on election day itself. So as those votes are counted too, we'll see exactly how it shakes out. But it's looking like Newsom should pretty easily defeat this recall. But of course, right, there's still a decent amount of uncertainty, and we don't know until all the ballots are counted.
You never quite know. You know, Stephen, obviously this is quite an undertaking. How much is this costing us to hold this recall election?
Quite a few millions, right? This has been a centerpiece of the Newsom recall campaign. Kind of the fighting this is that it's costing the state quite a bit, only for us, right, to have another election for governor next fall when Newsom's first term expires. And it takes quite a bit of time, right, to get this recall done and on the ballot. But it does end up, given everyone gets mailed a ballot in the state, and of course all the administration, all the mini polling places, it takes quite a lot of effort. And it's in the hundreds of millions, right, that this election's costing.
Well, just 16 million just for the information campaign. More than 40 candidates, of course, vying to replace Newsom. When you look on your ballot, you can see all the names. What is it going to take for somebody to win? And if Newsom is recalled, when would a new governor take office?
Great question. So for Newsom to be recalled, right, a majority have to vote yes on the first question. The second question doesn't matter at all, right, if the recall is defeated, but then it's just whoever gets the most votes of the 46 candidates on the ballot or the 7 that qualified as write-in. Whoever gets the most votes out of those on the second question will become governor in a little over a month. I believe October 22nd would be the day, I think 38 days from now. Right, it'll take a few weeks to get all the votes counted and for the election to be certified. And then we would have a new governor, whoever got the most votes on that second question.
Recall efforts, we hear about them all the time. People try to do them, but they rarely get on the ballot. We know in 2003, obviously, voters recalled Gray Davis. They replaced him with Schwarzenegger. There have been more attempts to recall a governor here in California, though, correct?
Absolutely, but they've never made it to the ballot stage, right? As so often they didn't gather the necessary number of signatures they needed because it is quite a large effort. It takes quite a bit of money and resources to gather, 1.5 million or so, which was the number for this recall time. And in 2003, right, they managed to get the number of signatures necessary to recall Gray Davis, and this time as well. But it takes quite a bit of effort. But California is a big state, and there are a lot of people. But it does take quite a bit of money in order to get a recall effort, particularly statewide, on the ballot.
You know, Stephen, our California recall is a little different, isn't it, from how other states handle recalls?
Sure. So there's a few different key things that vary. So California's threshold is 12%. Many other states may have 20, 25, 30, 40 or so. So a much higher threshold in terms of number of signatures, which means, right, that it takes quite a bit more effort and is quite a bit more burdensome. It also is true in California, right, that Governor Newsom is being recalled not for any one particular reason. Other states have recalls that can only be initiated for cause, as in the governor is literally committing a crime or doing one of the various behaviors that are on a set list. Whereas here in California, it doesn't require any specific reason or cause. And it also has one of the lowest, right, if not the lowest threshold at only 12%, meaning it's quite easy to do comparatively to other states' recalls.
You know, we've had this question a lot. If people vote no on the recall, is it better to leave the second part blank, or is it important for them to pick a candidate, or do they lose their vote essentially?
Your vote on the first question will be counted whether or not you leave the second question blank. And importantly, right, the Newsom campaign has just been saying vote no and kind of leaving the second question off, mostly because of it's a strategic consideration to make the contrast between himself and whoever, right, the kind of leading Republican, currently Larry Elder on the ballot, and kind of sharpen that contrast. But there's no harm, right, in checking a box on the second question because that only matters, right, if Newsom is successfully recalled in the first question. And so if you're a Democrat, for example, and you don't support the recall, there's no harm in choosing whoever you think the most palatable among many of the replacement candidates are.
All right. Stephen Goggin, we appreciate your insight and thoughts on all of this. It just helps break it down for everyone. Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
All right.